What's going on, folks? This is Florida Joe coming at you in Greeley, Colorado at UNC, University of Northern Colorado. And sit back, relax. Let's take a tour of the campus just in case you're coming out here. You can kind of see what the campus looks like. So this building here is McKee Hall. It's a dormitory for the students. Building here is Sabin Hall, another dorm, and then you have Snyder Hall and Gordon Hall and Belford Hall. This one is the Student Affairs building. This one right here is Gunter Hall. It's they have a lot of science classes and nursing in this building. Here we're coming up on Fraser Hall. It's the back side of Fraser Hall. When we get around on the other side, you'll see the front circle of Fraser Hall. This next little skinny but long building is the Skinner Music Library. I hear they have a lot of archives of all kinds of music in there. You'll notice UNC has a lot of open space. Looks like a park in a lot of these areas. And there's the back side of the Skinner Library. And we are now approaching Fraser Hall. And there's a little circle roundabout there for if you need to be dropped off. Right about there, it's kind of hard to see it, but it's Carter Hall. A lot of admin offices. And then you'll see Kepner Hall, which has the College of Business within. And this building is the Guggenheim Hall. They have a lot of art classes in this one. And this next one is Crabbe Hall, and it's got also art and theater and dance. Now, one of my favorites here is these halls. Kind of has a Harry Potter feel to them. This first one's Bond Hall, and the second one is Dickerson Hall, and Julian Hall, and Brown Hall. And all of these just around Christmas time look real pretty with the snow on the ground. This next building is the Tobey-Kendel Hall. They have dining services in here. And this next one is Wilson Hall, another dormitory for the students. So on the right side is the campus commons. They have a visitor center, and that's where admissions is for the UNC. And right behind the campus commons is the University Center retail dining. It's kind of the main dining hall for the campus. And there at the top of the hill you can barely see the bear. It's a big statue of the University of Northern Colorado's bear. And right here is the intramural fields, or the practice fields for various sports. You got a baseball field, and I know they got a soccer field. Wintertime, this little hill right where all those trees are is a wonderful place to take, a sled and go down the hill. Later video, I'll have to show you all that. And we're approaching Nottingham Field. It is UNC's football field. Also has a track that goes around it. And right here is the Judy Farr Alumni Development Center. It's the Alumni Association for UNC. And right here we have the César Chávez Cultural Center. And one of the cool things is, you kind of just missed it, but as I round this corner is a smart flower. One of these flowers can open up and track the sun and make power. It's pretty cool to see it throughout the day. It tracks the sun and is a pretty cool thing. And off in the distance you can see the backside of Nottingham Field. I thought about taking this out of the video, but I wanted to leave it in it for one reason. One thing I've noticed about UNC is they have plenty of parking, which is really important because some campuses is just buildings and there's not a lot of places for students to park. And here it just seems like a overabundance of parking, which is pretty nice. It'll keep you from getting a lot of, parking tickets. And here's those intramural fields on the side of it, and practice fields. And right here you have the Butler-Hancock Athletic Center. And right after that is a grassy area which is disc golf. They have a disc golf course that runs throughout UNC. This next building, as we're approaching, is the Michener Library. And after that is the Candelaria Hall. They have liberal arts and Hispanic studies within. And right there on the right, you can see a couple more of those disc golf, I guess you call it a catcher, or like in golf, it'd be the hole. There's, I think, 2 holes in this area, which is really nice open space. As you can tell, we're going by a nice row of cars that kind of still instills the fact that there is a lot of parking, and as we go through this area, it does give you a sense of feeling you might not have a hard time finding a parking spot. And right here on the right is McKee Hall. It houses teacher education, criminal justice, earth sciences, and English. And as we make our way over here, this is another big parking lot. I kind of watched them build this, I think it was last year, so they are thinking a lot about their parking. I know I keep on reiterating it, but it's really nice to have good parking when you're trying to go to class, and sometimes you're late. You know, you need to find a spot and get to class early, other than fighting for a parking spot or worried about getting a parking ticket. And right here on the right is Ross Hall, and we're approaching a red light. This is a major thoroughfare for students making it from one side of the campus to the other on 11th Avenue. It seems to be pretty safe for the students. It's got good sidewalks and such, and I think there's actually a tunnel underneath 11th Avenue if you're trying to cross when it's like 5 o'clock or 7:50 in the morning type traffic when people are trying to get to work. Now right here on the right is North Hall, and then one of the bigger halls is South Hall. So it looks like they got a nice bit of dormitories, and these in particular dormitories seem to be a little bit newer. I have seen some tours of the inside of them on YouTube also, so do a search for that. So I wanted to thank you for hanging out with me. Please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell.